Good afternoon, SMCC. It is Tuesday of the octave of Easter, the Tuesday after Easter, and it's time for a 7th hour prayer. Um, Today in the Gospel, we have Mary Magdalene who encounters Jesus, and Jesus speaks to her, and she recognizes his presence. Uh, and so, with that in mind, I'm going to ask us to black out for a moment. Let's quiet the mind and heart. So take some quiet breaths. Again, sometimes we forget to breathe. Sometimes we get very anxious or afraid or unfocused, and sometimes just focusing on our breathing can help us to relax, let go, and find peace. Focus on your breathing. Hold it for just a second before you exhale. When you do exhale, let all the air out of your lungs. Feeling your neck and shoulders relax from the tension, whether it's at your iPad or your computer. Sitting so long, we can get very stressed and stiff. Allow your body to relax, to let go and be at peace. As I was saying about Jesus speaking to Mary Magdalene today, I believe that God continues to speak to us today. Maybe it's not as audible as it is person to person, but God does speak to us through the good and the bad experiences of our lives. I'm mindful in the state of Michigan, there are 25,000 cases of COVID-19 and 1,600 people have died. In the United States, there's over 500,000 people who've been affected and tens of thousands have died. Our world, 1.8 million people have been affected and over 100,000 people have died. Somebody once said this is the first time that the world has been united against a common enemy, working together. And that is a good and beautiful thing, that we show our unity among people, different people, races and countries, that we can grow together and unite as one humanity. I'm going to ask you for the next minute or so to prayerfully reflect on through these difficulties that we've encountered, whether it's staying home, missing a sports season, delayed senior events, being away from our friends. These are sometimes very difficult things for us to grasp. I'm going to ask you for the next minute or so, what might God be trying to share with you or teach you through these difficulties? Let's go to God in prayer right now and ask that question in our hearts. God, what are you trying to teach me through these trying times? And then let's listen with open hearts, whether it's an affirmation, a challenge, or a lesson. For me, I live with my wife and my stepdaughter, her husband, and 3 children, ages 6, 4, and 11 months. And it can be certainly challenging trying to get work done and play. And one of the things that I have found that I perhaps am learning or a benefit is bonding with my grandchildren even more, and how special they are to me, and hopefully it's vice versa. So there are lessons to be learned. There are affirmations, there are growth points for all of us during these difficult times. I would invite all of us to continue to pray with our life experiences and ask God sincerely in our hearts, what are you trying to teach me through this? What are you trying to tell me? And I do believe that God continues to speak to us today. Let's listen during this Easter season as we celebrate our risen Lord being among us. This concludes our prayer. May God bless you and your family with health, safety, and happiness. Have a good day. Bye.